The title of this video may be a bit confusing. What do old levels, a Geometry Dash legend, and ice cream have in common? In this video, we look at a few levels recently rated by RobTop, and what the rating of these levels holds in terms of meaning for the community and game as a whole. So join me as I look at the connection between these seemingly unrelated things, and at the impact of RobTop's recent ratings. Enjoy. In 2014, a player who would later be massively impactful picked up the game. Their name was Cyclic, a Korean player whose actions in the game would help shape what we know about difficulty in Geometry Dash. Most notably known for the creation of the insanely difficult level Sonic Wave, which was one of the most difficult levels in the game for some time, the influence that Cyclic had and continues to have on the game is hard to ignore. But where does Cyclic fit in this story? Years ago, Cyclic created the level which was to become his first demon level, a level called Ice Cream. The level itself is pretty unimpressive. The decoration is non-existent and the gameplay is quite odd, but nonetheless it was rated, making it one of the more curious ratings that has ever occurred in Geometry Dash. However, eventually the level was deleted from the servers, and consequently lost its rating. Recently, Cyclic returned to the game, and one of the first things he did upon returning was re-uploading his deleted level Ice Cream. This is where we return to our story, as a few days ago, Ice Cream was re-rated by RobTop, now sitting at an insane demon rating. Due to its aforementioned oddness in regards to decoration and gameplay, the re-rating of this level is a very unexpected occurrence. In addition to this level, two others, including Ultra Theory by WizTickFX and Fly to Next World by Rabatical, which are both levels with early IDs, were also rated as demons. This makes 3 old levels that were rated recently, something that doesn't really happen very often. But the question that remains is this: what are the implications of these ratings for the game and its player base? In the case of a level like Ice Cream, its rating today has meaning for primarily historical reasons in regards to the community. This level itself is not necessarily a good representation of the best levels of the early days of the game, but instead reflects the humble beginnings of arguably one of the most impactful players the game has ever seen, in Cyclic. Therefore, this level reflects an important part of the game's community and the community's history, rather than some of the outstanding levels of the past. As a result, players can learn more about the history of Geometry Dash's player base and the origins of some of the most impactful players to touch the game. On the flip side of the coin, the other 2 levels mentioned above in their rating has bigger implications in regards to the levels of the past than the community. These 2 levels are prime examples of the decorating styles of the time, and are more representative of the creation trends of the past than the community itself. Therefore, the rating of these levels is able to show players what really good levels used to be like in earlier updates, teaching them about the game's history of creating and how much the game has evolved since its early days. Now the title may not be so confusing. Old levels, Geometry Dash legends like Cyclic, and yes, even Ice Cream have played a role in recently rated levels of Geometry Dash. With the rating of the 3 levels discussed in the video, the player can learn more, not only about prominent and once prominent members of the community, but also about the history of creating in Geometry Dash as a whole, giving them an idea of how far Geometry Dash and its community have come in the almost decade the game has existed. By learning more about the game's past, we can come to appreciate the game's present and future a lot more, something very sweet indeed. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, a lot of this stuff is just my opinion, so I'd love to hear yours on the topic in the comments below. Have an awesome day.